Yeah, Dawn, Brittany's family packed into the South Carolina courtroom this morning for Raymond Moody's guilty plea and sentencing. Several told me learning that Moody would spend the rest of his life in prison is the justice they've been looking for 13 years. Yeah, good evening, Matt. The word of the day here at the Rochester airport is canceled. No flights are going in or going out, and it's left some people stranded here, hoping they can get to their destinations in time for Christmas. The victim who was shot is fighting for his life right now in the hospital. You can see there's still quite a scene out here on Dewey Avenue. Several blocks closed off. Police are focusing their investigation at Dewey and McGee. There's a parking lot there where police say that victim was shot while sitting in his car. Good evening, I'm Carla Rogner. Crews responded to that scene you just saw a few hours ago near River Road and Patty Lane. They said they talked to him in a group text the day he went missing, and nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Now they just want to get the word out and bring him home safe.
She just got a behind-the-scenes look at young explosives set up for tonight. Carla, good evening.
Yeah, we did, Matt. Take a look at all of these. This is actually going to be the grand finale of tonight's show here in Rochester, and crews have been out here along the Genesee River braving the heat since noon today. Yeah, Doug, like you said, it's been very active out here all night. I'm at the intersection of Hudson and Norton Street. If you just head down Norton Street, there's multiple streets still closed off. The state has issued a travel advisory starting tomorrow morning. All tandem and empty tractor trailer trucks will be banned from the state thruway from here in Henrietta all the way to the Pennsylvania state border. Yeah, Karen, nurses working the overnight shift here tonight at RGH will clock out at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and come outside and join their coworkers on the picket lines. This is all happening just hours after community members and activists gathered calling for an end to violence. And they say when incidents like this happen, it only motivates them to be even louder in their calls for peace. Yeah, that's right, Karen. Dwayne's family says he was a devoted father to his 10 children. His family has actually been calling for solutions to the city's gun violence since Dwayne's mother was killed in their living room by a stray bullet in the 90s. 38-year-old Dwayne Hall was a family man who most people knew as Kool-Aid.
When he smiled, he had a Kool-Aid smile.
He had just gotten together with his brother Marcus and father Dwayne Sr. to celebrate the 4th of July.
Fireworks, the whole nine. Food, we had fun. Then this destroyed me.
About a week later, Dwayne's life would come to an end on Genesee Street, where police say he was shot and killed.
Ain't nobody gonna bring my brother back. Nobody gonna bring my brother back. No one gonna bring my brother back. No one.
This family knows the impact of gun violence all too well.
Yes, man, 1994 was a bad year.
In 1994, Dwayne and Marcus's mother, Granthea Hall, was killed by a stray bullet. Then 8-year-old Dwayne had just returned from a fishing trip to their Weaver Street home when a bullet came through their window, hitting their mother in her back. Our Jane Flash covered the story.
Granthea Hall was reading the paper here. She collapsed in front of her 8-year-old son.
Heard a shot. Silence.
Dwayne Sr. grieved his wife then, and now grieves his son.
All this gun violence, man. Get these guys off the street.
The Hall family calling for more action from city leaders, like programs for young people and a focus on mental health.
What I can say about my cousin was he was moving forward to do better for himself and his family. He was an active father, great father, I should say. Great father. And it just hurts that he was trying, and now we won't get to see the potential that he had or could be.
And Dwayne's loved ones don't want any other families to feel the grief that they are working through right now. The family tells me that they plan to be in court tomorrow morning when the suspect charged with Dwayne's murder is arraigned.
Averting young people from trouble. Carla, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Matt. The city has been putting a focus on youth development. It recently announced it would expand hours at city art centers where young people are encouraged to get involved in programs like the boxing at the Jackson Art Center. 5 nights a week, Algeria Johnson is in the ring. She started boxing when she was 15 years old after getting into a fight at school.
It's something that helped me control my anger and my emotions, and it's like my therapy.
Now she's really good at it, and she's heading to the Olympic trials later this year.
I always knew I was special. I just knew that I always knew how to fight, but more when I got into boxing, I learned that it's bigger than learning how to fight. I learned how to put my skills together and be more of a smart boxer.
These kids build confidence and courage, and that's what they need, so they could actually do something positive in life.
Coach Armando Munoz has a rigorous training program for Algeria and his other boxers at the Jackson Art Center.
To get not just the kids, but the whole community involved with this boxing program. As you can see, there's a lot of killings going out on the streets. So why don't we get these kids in here and get them tired, and with some discipline, hopefully they're too exhausted to go out to the streets and do anything bad, you know?
Through learning to box, Coach says the athletes are taught to succeed both in and out of the ring.
So they learn how to calm down more. They learn how to, like I said, communicate better. And then by communicating, sometimes they share things that maybe we can't help here, but we could get them the help.
The athletes range from 6 to in their 30s. Coach says the diversity is part of what makes this program work. For Algeria, she sees herself in some of these younger boxers, and she now looks to serve as a mentor to them.
And I feel like a lot of kids, they don't have people they can look up to, so they go to the wrong thing. So I feel like coming here will make kids more learn about who they is and, you know, find a passion or what they want to do in life.
This boxing program is just one of the city's many youth development programs offered at our centers across Rochester. It's free and open to any city resident to sign up. Matt? Yeah, good evening, Matt. Several people say they had noticed the fox acting increasingly aggressive in the days leading up to the attacks, and they reached out to animal control for help, but they were unable to find the fox until it was too late.
This is as far as I've gone since Friday by myself out in front of my house, and I'm not going any further.
Shirley Jacobson says she's scared to leave her porch. She was heading to her mail Friday afternoon when she was bitten by a rabid fox. The animal captured in this photo by a concerned neighbor just days before.
I got about 3/4 of the way down the driveway, and I felt this horrible pain in my left leg. I thought somebody was sawing it off, and I hadn't realized what was happening. I saw nothing coming at me.
She fell and sprained her wrist trying to shake off the fox before someone came to her rescue.
It grabbed hold on each side. There are big bites, and then there are more as he either let go and grabbed again and again. There are puncture marks all around my ankle, all the way around.
The fox ran away and bit several others before ending up in 8-year-old Arbery's backyard.
I was playing out here, and then I feel something so sharp on my leg, and it's a fox.
His dad was able to tear the animal away from him, but it left marks and bruises on his leg.
These were the front teeth, and then I have the big ones back here. That's from one, and then I have 2 back here.
Arbery says he had been scared of the fox for a while. His mom even called animal control the morning of the attack.
There was their nest. I've seen that fox quite a couple times, like in the winter and fall. I just knew, like, this day would come. I hoped it would be me, because I'm pretty brave. My siblings, I don't know so much about, because all the shots you have to take.
His siblings agree he is pretty brave. Arbery, his dad, and Shirley Jacobson are now halfway through their rabies treatments and recovering.
It would be nice.
Police have placed some traps to try and catch the fox's babies. We have reached out to animal control to ask them about some of the neighbors' concerns that the fox could have spread the rabies to other animals in the area. We are waiting to hear back. In the newsroom, I'm Carla Rogner.